Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Today, I'm gonna do a review of this beautiful Baltic watch in bronze with a sapphire crystal. It comes in a rubber band, but I changed it to this leather strap I have because it looks, I think, a little bit more classy. I don't think I'm gonna be taking this watch into the ocean or um, soaking it underwater. But a little story behind this watch. I've been looking at Baltic for a while, and this week I was in France, and with my wife we were shopping around, and I know I sent them a message a while back, and I decided to at the last minute to go and pay them a visit. But what I forgot is that you need to make an appointment to go into their showroom in France, in Paris, and then they will open the door. But luckily, this couple came in and says, "Yeah, we know what it is. It's inside a complex of apartments, I will say." And they allow me to get in. And lucky enough, the guys at the showroom where they opened me the door, and they allowed me to get in and start looking at watches. And here it is. Has a beautiful finish. My wife at first was saying that it looks like a toy because it was too small, because it's a 38 millimeter watch. It has a Miura 9039 caliber inside, and it's all bronze. And one thing I did, I landed last night. I came downstairs to my collection and I just grabbed a 3000 sandpaper and I start polishing the sides. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but I start polishing the sides, even the little crown, to make it a little bit better, just like the top, because it has a beautiful finish there. And it's just a beautiful watch. It cost me about 730 euros, I think. It may be a little much, but for what it is. But the reason why I got this piece is not because of the price. It's because I like products they are assembled in the country they say they are, even though it might have a Miura movement, maybe the leather band, I mean the rubber band they came in is made someplace else, but it's been built and put together in France. So the labor and everything else is a little bit more expensive. They have a showroom, so they have to pay for those kind of things, and I appreciate that. Once we got into the showroom, they treat me well, although they thought, what is this guy doing here? Is he even gonna buy one? And so I did. And as you can see in the back, hopefully I can focus this. Let me see right here. It tells you a little bit about the watch. It tells you the model. There is right there. Sapphire crystal, the movement, 150 meters of resistance, which is kind of an odd number, but it is there. It's a French watch, and it's a beautiful piece. I love that it has the drill lock, so if you put a different band like I did and you don't have the quick release like this one has, and the band they included also has the quick release. The buckle as well is made out of bronze, so it's beautiful. The crown, some people said it's a little too small, but you know what, I found that it was just the perfect size because it keeps the geometry of the watch just in perfect condition. Also, as far as the lume of the watch, some people were saying that the lume it will disappear after a few minutes, and that's not completely true, because when I landed last night here in the US and I kept looking at the watch, it went all night. It wasn't fully bright, but it lasted all night, so that made it really good for me. And let me show you that in 1 second. As you can see, that's how the lume in this watch is. As a BWG9. I think sorry, I'm still a little tired, but it's just beautiful. And you know, the colors of the hands, they look a little different. Same thing with the little pip in the second hand, it has a different color, and it's just a beautiful dial, and the lume is just perfect. I turned the lights back on. One thing with this watch that is also beautiful to see is the gradient that the center of the watch has, from a light brown to a darker brown, and it has an inner ring that is polished as well, so it matches beautifully. The numbers don't have a they are full, they are cut full in lume, and this is something I was looking for it, because I have other different type of, let's say, diver watches, but I didn't want to have the bezel in the outside. I just wanted something that can go deep underwater. It looks nice, and this watch, it just fits the bill perfectly. Some things I did, like I said, I was polishing. I polished this side, and it had some little lines in here of the circular brushing it had. I erased those. I know my wife told me, says, do not touch that watch, don't do anything to it, because she knows I always end up doing something to the watches. But this one, just I cleaned those lines because it matches a lot better with the overall casing. And thinking about it, I think I'm gonna buy another one of these Baltic watches. I like them. If I'm in France again, probably within a few months, I think I might gonna stop by and pick another one of these. That's it. It's a beautiful watch. It's worth the price. You always gotta think about it. There is nothing that is only cheap, but also think about the people that is putting this thing together and doing everything else. In fact, when I went to the Lafayette shopping center, and they have all the brands in one place. You have Rolex, you have Tudor, you had Cartier, you have Hamilton's, everything. And I bought a moon watch, and that night, because I wanted the Snoopy model, I started looking at it, and I just keep having this burden in my stomach that I said, you came for a Baltic and you're gonna go with that. I returned it the next day. I told my wife, that's it, we're gonna go get this watch, and she approved it. She's in love with it, and I'm happy too. So go ahead and buy it. It's a beautiful watch. I don't have to say much about this, because the quality is there, the packaging is beautiful, and thank you. Have a good night.